are responsible for the communication. If it breaks down, it's your fault. Rule number 2, focus your communication on the needs of the audience. Understand what your audience care about, and then focus your communication on what they care about rather than what you care about, and you're much more likely to get your message across. Use a beginning, middle, and an end in your communication. All good communication has a beginning, middle, and end. So often we leave out the beginning and the end and just use the middle, and that's a mistake. Grab their attention at the beginning section. Encourage understanding in the middle section, and then at the end, summarize what you've said, and then wind it up in some way, get commitment in some way. Keep it short and simple. The shorter the better, the simpler the better. If you make it too long and complicated, they just will lose interest. So keep it short and simple. Tell stories and paint pictures. I demonstrated earlier on how powerful pictures can be in your mind. And when you're communicating, use those pictures and stories to leave those messages in the minds of the people you're communicating to. Rule number 6, use emotion in your communication. People are convinced by the emotions that they feel. So use emotion. Wind emotion into your communication wherever you can. Rule number 7 is to listen. Listen, listen, listen. Be very good listener. Practice listening. Practice listening hard, attentively. Use the techniques that we've talked about. And then, finally, communicating with the opposite sex. The same applies. You're still responsible. When a communication breaks down, it's your responsibility to make sure that it's working again. If there is one reason above any other that relationships break down, it's through poor communication. And if you've got a relationship that's not working, it's probably because you're not communicating well. Look at some of the things we talked about here today to communicate better with them. Focus on their needs. Remember that men and women are different. So when you're communicating with a member of the opposite sex, focus on the differences. Make sure you understand the differences. And finally, if all else fails, you can always go to rule number 3, kiss and make up. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for listening to me. Thank you.